On Thursdays when we go in there, these guys are, they're stone. I mean, they're hard as a rock. There's not a whole lot of smiling. It's fun to watch as the weekend progresses. These guys start singing a little bit. They'll start smiling. Some on Friday afternoon and Saturday morning, and then Sunday they're all hugs and smiles. I mean, if you was to tell one of them when they came in on Thursday that you're going to be hugging me by Sunday, he wouldn't believe you. And it happens. Even the biggest, most stone cold looking guys, it happens to them. God just melts them. Our goal is not to go down there and pander to them and tell them what good people they are, and they shouldn't be making you serve a hard time like this. That's not our objective in Kairos. Our goal is to bring them the love of Christ, the love that, when we get in our churches, we talk about sharing with one another and taking to Africa and taking to Honduras and all these different places. But we don't talk about taking it into the prisons a whole lot like Jesus commands us to in the Bible.
A lot of times I feel like I'm stealing more than I'm giving, because to go in this ministry and go behind prison walls, it sharpens me, it readjusts me. When I come back out, I know what's important.
But what I took from the 3-4 day experience is that you can share the love of God with somebody and plant that seed, and you can watch it grow through your actions and study and prayer and all the talks. And then by Sunday, man, you've seen the harvest. You've seen men's heart change. You've seen lives change. And these are just not a statement of I've accepted. These are actual, true, heartbroken, Lord forgive me type changes. And if that doesn't excite you as a Christian, then you need to go get your batteries changed.
As much as we want to tell you about Kairos from personal testimonies, you just have to see it for yourself, because it truly is a life-changing experience.
I hope that somebody would have come to see me if I was in there.
I'm going to tell you about Kairos, this prison ministry that comes inside them walls. To dead men. A lot of people say we dead men. I was just a madman. Everybody got a story. But when you really get touched by God, that's when you know you got a real story. Well, my name is Tommy Fisher. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. I grew up in the street gangs there. I got a lot of trouble. I ended up doing 20 years, 11 months flat in prison. I had an aggravated life sentence. I wasn't supposed to never get out. I ran the gangs in prison, and I hurt a lot of men for some crazy reasons. I used to actually get Christians beat up because they say they wanted to come to Christ. That's how crazy and radical I was. But when they pick Kairos, they only pick the worst inmates on the unit, because they want the roughest dudes on the unit, the fools, to get changed. And this ministry is actually going in here and showing this love and changing people like that. I'm going to tell you the truth, I went for their food. I didn't go to get saved, but God had set me up. When I was sitting there, man, I was listening to this dude talk. When Paul was on the road to Damascus and Jesus' presence knocked him off that horse, I know for a fact I felt the presence of the Holy Spirit. I felt it like Paul felt it. And from that day forth, man, God has just been blessing my life. While I was in that prison, I got into this Theropon Theological Seminary and Bible Institute. I got a bachelor's degree in biblical studies. I also went to college and I got me an LBT. I just thank God for God blessing me. I got a license to counsel, and I really thank God for what He changed me into, because I used to be a monster. I used to really be a monster. The only reason why I don't know if I ever killed a man, because I never went back and asked the man who I shot, was he dead? But I shot a lot of people, and I hurt a lot of people's lives. But ministries like Kairos can go inside them walls and show a man God's love. Man, if I can tell anybody about Kairos, man, it's changing lives. Because I got to give God back what He gave me. He gave me back my life. He gave me them years that the locust stole from me. He gave them back to me. And I'm thankful for it.